Alrighty, so you can see right now the future market, the Tech 100, which is essentially the Nasdaq future, is down about 180 points, and that is extremely large. Now it's going to 183, and most likely this is because of the Omicron virus multiplying at rates much higher than anticipated, or at least reported right now. Even though preliminary data, if you were following the Omicron, had indicated that it was much more contagious than previous strains, including the Delta. Now you can see this level right here, what I was suggesting on the QQQ, I think I was suggesting that on um, on Thursday close that the Nasdaq was going to test this level. And the only reason I think why it didn't is because of Tesla. Tesla actually, let me go to 3 days. Tesla actually gapped down and nah, I don't want to say gap down, like close open. Well, maybe a slight gap down. Then this initial push down would hit the 100-day moving average, and I had not considered that this 100-day moving average. I was considering this Fibonacci of 900, which would line up with the QQQ going down to around 380. So, yeah, they saved it. And the only reason why they saved it right at the 100-day moving average is because it was, Friday triple witching, um, Friday triple witching, which was option expiration for the the final, I guess, the year for the triple witching for the year and for the month. And you can see Tesla had huge number of option trading, and I don't have that. Obviously now it's December 23rd, but let's go ahead and pull up what the the options for Tesla is. Right now we have 900, yeah, the calls options are 910,000 compared to 700,000 for the puts. So we're having much more call options. This guy right here would be, I guess, the options of interest has the most value right now. No, this one has a lot as well. Um, And on the put side, you have this one, which is 15. And this one, I guess the interest line would be this guy right here. But anyhow, talking about the future market, we want to know where it's gonna open. So the future market already indicated that the Nasdaq is going to open probably where you have these two candle low is, which was the target I had for Friday. And I guess that would be what I would expect on the QQQ, the Nasdaq, right here, this level right here, 3,800, which would line up. I don't know if it would line up with the 100-day moving average, but I think eventually it's going to meet up somehow as the data. Unfortunately, I don't have future. Um, I don't have a way to calculate the month of these guys going up, and with respect to the 100, I don't have this data, and some of these guys will start going away. So I do expect somehow that the Nasdaq, maybe it goes like that, and then something like that for Wednesday. This will be Wednesday, and then we have a turnaround because it's typically reversal Wednesday. That would be the best scenario. I don't know if that's gonna happen because we're gonna have this testing of this 100 Monday, if not Tuesday. So it may probably be turnaround Tuesday. So instead of reversal Wednesday, you might see turnaround Tuesday being the most likely scenario, which would be Monday would be here, right? And then Tuesday would be here, and then that would be turnaround Tuesday. So it would be turnaround Tuesday. No, I don't think it's going to go all the way up here, but I'm just indicating that that is potentially the bias after testing this 100-day moving average. Um, the SPY is at the 100 right now. So, well, this is the 50 actually. So the SPY does show more strength, but eventually I think this is going to go down as well. I don't know if we're gonna have that Santa Claus rally. To be honest, I mean, it's like when it's gonna happen. Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen honestly. Given the situation with Omicron. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull up Amazon real quick, and Amazon has 254,000 call options versus 162 put options. So you can see what's going on with Amazon was that this rally on Amazon um, going up at this point. This is 1 minute, so this is the 5 minutes. You can see this powerful movement up. Core. I mean, this was I guess it was used in conjunction with Tesla because Tesla has support. So Amazon kind of followed that sympathy play, and so this was a mini squeeze that happened. Essentially, it was almost 100 points if you look at it. So that's 34.08, and this is 33.14. So almost 100 points overall. You can see a lot of option buying, and I did see that signal. Let's see if I could still find it. Which one was it? This guy right here. So this signal right here of 1,000 shares being bought. Now, did they sell it right? 5 minutes later? I don't know. And then this one, nope, that one doesn't show it. So I think that was the only one that had it. Here is something. No, that's two. Yeah, that's 2,000 right here. And I don't know if this was bought back to back, or it was bought and then sold. So it's almost impossible to determine. However, whether they cover this or not, I'm not sure. The only candidate for a Santa Claus rally is Amazon because Amazon is, I guess, a stay-at-home stock. So all the stay-at-home stocks, I don't even know if I have a list of stay-at-home stocks, to be honest. I don't have a list here. Not on this computer at least. But I may have it on this other computer. Let me see if I could find it. And I don't think I have it honestly. Not on that computer as well. Let me find it. .cvs. It's not CVS. What is the extension? CSV. Yeah, I don't have it. Details. Nope, I do not have it. So we are just going to have to take a look and see if I can remember. So Zoom would be one of them, and this may potentially rally. Not necessarily because it's a good stock to have. It's just, there's a lot of short sellers at this point. Amazon, of course, would be the other candidate. What other stay-at-home stocks? Let me just go to these guys and see if I could find it. Yeah, so Moderna should rally at some. I mean, that's a good one. Bionatech, Adobe, I'm not sure. Wow, Adobe got really smacked. So I think Adobe is kind of a stay-at-home stock. I'm not sure what's going on with Adobe, to be honest. Why it got smoked like that? That's so weird. Let me see if maybe I have maybe I could see if there's any news on Adobe as that's getting up there. Major, and we'll see. It's not coming up. Oh, here it is. Adobe. Punch it in, and let's see if there's any news. Snapshot. So, after 2022 outlook disappointments. So that is a guidance. I guess they reported earnings. Either they reported earnings or let me see. Started reporting consistent target. Yeah, I guess they did report earnings. Huh, what a late report. But yeah, it got smoked. Um, and wow, this downturn is like amazing. It's still extremely expensive. I don't know if this is a good stay-at-home candidate now, given that it is reporting lower guidance. So maybe I would take on something like Doordash. So Doordash would be a really good candidate, um, given that you have this recent downturn that is extremely a lot. So I don't know how much I would be buying on that, but that's a good one. Airbnb, I don't think that's a stay-at-home. Upstart, I'm not exactly sure if that's a stay-at-home as well. Not Boeing, not Skyworks, not. Let me see. Maybe Pfizer, although this is too expensive, honestly. Um, Home Depot. Is this a stay-at-home? Yeah, it is. It is a stay-at-home, but maybe this is all gonna go down because expectation of interest rates coming up next year. So that would mean if interest rates are going up, home refinancing or rather flipping homes and remodeling of the homes related to flipping homes, this might be down because of that. It's funny how they just ramped this up all the way until the FOMC meeting, right? And then it takes that downturn. It's like, I mean, they purposely squeeze it all the way up, so you can't even try to anticipate the top. Walmart, I'm not sure if this is a stay-at-home stock as well. Definitely not Starbucks. Yeah, that's getting smoked. Maybe Domino Pizza. It's very expensive though. Spotify. Um, this is a stay-at-home, and it is kind of like in a channel, so to speak, 300 to 200. So potentially this is something. I'm not too fond of it, but now ServiceNow, Workday, this is stay at home as well. Team, this is stay at home. Zscaler, this is also stay at home. And I suppose that's about it as far as stay at home. The oil stocks are going to sink So these guys, I would stay away from any of these guys. Valerio, ExxonMobil, Neighbor, Rig, Norwegian Cruise Line, Carnival Cruise, United Airline. Yeah. Beyond Meat, maybe something for Beyond Meat, right? Especially since all the other guys are getting smoked. This one potentially, I don't know if it's like technically a stay at home, but it is something that people would be invested in if they're not going out to restaurants, right? If they're not going out to restaurants, then they probably gonna cook at home. And alternative meat is one of those things that may draw more additional interest. CRISPR technology, VeriSign. Now, Twitter and Snap social media, they are related to stay at home in a sense, but I'm not sure if these guys are the best candidate, to be honest. Of course, the marijuana stock, they haven't been doing anything to warrant a reason why you would want to um, think that there would be a bounce. I mean, these guys are just um, tremendously, at one point it was tremendously hyped, and that's why I got all of them down here. And of course, the meme stocks, but I don't think, they are actually going to go, to be honest. Game, AMC, Nokia was the other one, and then you got Express, AXPR. Yeah, this guy's dead. Cons. Yep. There are some other ones I forget probably. But oh, BlackBerry, BY, Bed Bath and Beyond was one of them, and then BlackBerry. Yeah, they're not moving. I mean, that's BlackBerry is kind of like Nokia, but Nokia has been moving. Um, just take a look at the high flying market caps. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. Again, Amazon is the only candidate I think that may, as far as the high cap, that has a good chance of having that turnaround if it gets below just 3,300. It may even get down to this level, right? Amazon for the whole entire year has been in a pretty decent range. So if we were to look at this range right here, we're still on the end of this range. And I think it's going to stay in this upper range. I would say between these two, um, you know, yeah, if it gets to this level right here, I think that's 3,300 down here. I think that's a decent level. If it gets to 3,250, even better. Now, the thing is, you're never going to know where it's going to get down here before it bounces. So you don't look at the level, you look at the timestamps. And that's kind of weird to say the timestamps, but yeah, it's because it's going to be the morning push. So it's going to gap down. I'm probably going to say gap down to 3350. And then they may try to push it all the way. The first test is going to be like right here. So depending on how it gaps, it'll probably be gapping down anywhere above 3350, right, for tomorrow. Um, I don't know whether I should buy a call option or put option because it can easily do a wicked bounce up and then fail. So it's one of those weird scenario, honestly, that um, it's gonna be difficult to say. But my best thinking is let's just, I'm gonna use, I guess I'll use the blue, right? It's gonna gap right down here. Now at this point where it's gonna hit this huge gap down, um, at that point with the gap down, the brain seed is going to be down, and especially with the morning push, right? So the most likely scenario with the morning push is it's gonna push below this 50% Fibonacci, and then that's maybe the first chance of a bounce, and then may bounce back here, and then it goes, test this level right here, right? That is one scenario. The other scenario, of course, is that on the immediate gap down, people are going to say, well, this is a stay-at-home stock. So they're going to squeeze it up, right? So it'll be a squeeze up. At that point, if you thought, if this happens, then automatically, this is going to be a brain, what we call a brain seed, right? Because this gap down morning push kind of thing, right? Morning push, gap down, huge gap down is a brain seed. So you think it's going to go this way, but they actually go the opposite. So you don't know what to do. You're like, well, what can you do? Well, you're going to have to buy a straddle, right? So you're going to have to buy a call option and a put option. Now, it's going to be dependent on the price. So you got to put a limit order, right? And you're going to just hope and wish that on this gap down, you get a decent limit order on buying a straddle, which is one call option and one put option. And you're going to hope before the morning transition. So the morning transition would be somewhere like 12, I would say about 12, right? So one of these scenarios should happen. If you're able to get in, you should benefit, I would say around 500 to, depending on how big the turn, from this point, 500 to, I would say 700. I don't think it's gonna get 1,000 points. Not $1,000. I mean, yeah, I don't think you're gonna get $1,000. So I will be targeting maybe around 500 to 700 if I were to get in a decent limit order. I'm not convinced I'm gonna get in on a decent limit order. So if I'm not able to get in on a decent limit order, I'll probably just wait, honestly, on this gap down right here, this big gap down. If I'm not able to get in a limit order, I'll just wait for this bounce right here, and I'll wait for this undershoot. Right, this will be an undershoot, and that would be my 500 to maybe even 700 on that bounce, right? If it doesn't get to this 50%, I mean, if it gets out too quickly, or if it does something like this, and then it goes down, then the next one would be this level. So I would be targeting that one at about 11, right? And that, I don't know if it's going to undershoot. It's going to depend on the technical, but that would be another 500 to 700. And I do think it's going to stay down here. It's going to stay down at that level a little bit before it starts to reverse at 12, right? For the morning push, and then of course at 12 would be the afternoon, right? The afternoon, we just call it reversal for now because it's actually gonna reverse. So the morning push, Now it could very well, like I said, the morning push could very well be the opposite way because we have seen Amazon going the opposite way because of the coronavirus and the stay at homes. We have seen that before. And I think that happened on, if I'm not mistaken, that happen? Um, when did that happen? Let me see if I could find it. I think it was it was like, gapping up, and then it was like one of those reversal one. Can't, don't know about, here it is, right? So this would be on, what day is that actually? This is on 11/26, and that was the first announcement of the um, the Omicron, so to speak. 11/25 to 11/26, and this is where I actually lost 13,000, I believe, right? So here it is, right? So I remember this clearly now. 11/26, right here, right? And where it gapped up, right? It gapped up at 80. And during this downturn right here, I was expecting it right here. I expecting this to go higher. This was a brain seed. That was a brain seed, right? This right here was a brain seed, and I don't know why I was just so convinced that Amazon. I remember now because the future market, this guy was up huge. In fact, in the pre-market, this guy was all the way up here in the pre-market, and then it went down here, and then it shot up, and all of that just brain seeded me, and I was convinced it was just gonna go because this was a stay-at-home stock, and this was actually option expiration though, so this is Friday. So once it failed this one, I should have known. Honestly, I should have. I mean, looking at this on hindsight, look at that. I mean, that's a failure for VWAP. Why the heck am I adding? Look at all these call options I'm adding, right? I had 4 call options. Buy that 45, add another one, add another one, add another one, I added 4 call option, and I lost plus 4. I lost 14,000. It's crazy. Crazy how I can just get brain seeded. And I also got brain seeded because I got, again, I think yesterday I hit an all-time high, so I was just too damn fucking confident, basically. Just too damn confident. I'm not gonna fall for these tricks anymore, or these type of mental seed, being arrogant, loading up. I mean, loading up on 4 like that is just not, that's just something I will never do again. I mean, because this notes, it's just, I have this forever to look at over and over again, how stupid I was. So, these notes reminds me of, these mental fallacy that I can succumb to from, getting all-time high on an account and getting brain seed. And so, yeah. So, but this still shows that Amazon is a stay-at-home stock. You can see from this initial gap up, it is a stay-at-home stock candidate. So that does mean that it has the potential, especially given that the option volume on Friday and triple witching was over, and you got the Santa Claus rally. Now there was 254, like I said, 254,000 call options on Amazon versus 162. So I do think it's a very good scenario that we do have the for Amazon at least, we do have the huge gap down. They always do the opposite, right? Like, whereas the other one, it was a huge gap up, right? That was a huge gap up, initial push, and then that guy. So now it's gonna have a huge gap down. Maybe it has that initial thing down, and then it's gonna go the opposite way. So that is a very likely scenario. So because that scenario is very likely, you do have to consider that it is potentially can do this. So my strategy is to buy a straddle, which is buying a one call option and one put option, and hoping that the limit order, I can get in a decent limit order. And I don't know if I'm gonna hold all the way. This seems like a long way to hold, to be honest. That seems like a long way to hold. So I'm not gonna. I mean, that would be, if that does happen, that's 2,000, of course. But there's no way I'm gonna hold it all the way to this. I mean, that's just impossible. Not for me, at least. I'm gonna take profit. Maybe at 750. At the most 1,000. If I am brave enough, which is this level, which I'm not, but if I am, I would definitely not gonna hold it all the way up here. So Tesla would be the other one I think would be a good one to play. What was this guy? Was it 14 days? No, 3 days, I think. Yeah. So Tesla is the other one, I think. Is this the weekly? Yeah, where's my daily at? Here we go. Weekly. So Tesla, let me pull up Tesla again, see what the 910 call option. So this does look like, but I think this is triple witching related, honestly. So I think they may try to make, target this 900. So this 900 would be a bounce candidate, which would be, no, it did get to the, no, it didn't get to the 900. Got to 910. So I think, my expectation probably would be that Tesla, if it does get to this 900, maybe an undershoot of it before the first bounce. So I would be looking for a gap down on Tesla, something like that. And hopefully it does shoot below 900. I don't know how much low below 900 it's going to get before it does reverse. And I don't think it's going to get that much back. But if I do get it below 900, I won't get it too far below 900. And I'll probably sell a call option rather than buying not a call option, sell a put option. So most likely I would be selling, I guess this guy would have some value, right? It might be at 25, or I might sell the December 31st, this guy, right? It does have decent volume. So this one would be at like 45, maybe, yeah, 45, maybe 50, somewhere above here, I guess. So somewhere here would be my target. 50, 40, somewhere around here would be what I would sell. if I get lucky. Now this was on, when did this happen right here? This was at 10 o'clock on 12:06. So 12:06. When was that? Huh, this guy. Oh, because of the date stamp. That was like so far away. But anyhow, yeah, that would be what I would think. Maybe, I don't know, 50 seems a little bit high. Maybe 46-ish, somewhere around there. Facebook, nothing there. Nvidia, yeah, this is probably gonna go down due to cryptocurrency. Let me see what cryptocurrency is doing. Bitcoins, at least, is down right now. Um, Pretty sure it's, I don't know if this was from Friday, if it's traded yet or not. But I think it would continue to go down and may test this weekly, which is, what is this weekly right here? This is 256, which would be, yeah, which would be this guy right here, the 100-day moving average. I think, now I will not short it because it is Nvidia. I'm not stupid to short such a powerful stock. However, if it does get to this level, I will consider buying it. Same with 10 cents. This does look like any further weakness, I can add some to it. JP Morgan. JP Morgan. SPY. Home Depot. Like I said, I'm not buying this guy. Walmart. Supply chain issue, I'm not buying. Bank of America, MasterCard, Pfizer, BABA. Does look like it wants to bounce. It does because of this 138, or this is a 38.2 Fibonacci. ASML, Adobe, I'm not buying this guy. Broadcom, too expensive. Netflix, this is a stay-at-home stock. This is definitely a stay-at-home stock. And if it does get to this level right here tomorrow, that's a nice, decent level on the 200-day moving average. So why not? Why not? Which is 576. Close to this 50-week moving average. But I do like that these two candles are here. And then this will be this upper range. So yeah, I mean, yeah, anywhere here, I would definitely consider buying a piece on my. Now, I don't know if I will be trading this with options. I may, but I might be too preoccupied with Amazon and Tesla. But Netflix is something I would buy in my 401k. Nike, Cisco, staying away from oil for now. Salesforce, Costco. What else we got here? PayPal. I'm not touching this until it gets to the 200. And of course, this is the QQQ, Qualcomm, Intuit, Texas Instrument, AMD, Shopify. Is this a stay-at-home stock? Yes, it is, and no, it isn't. Because this is related to a supply chain issue as well. So since this is a merchant, so supply chain issue might be hindering this stock, but that also applied to Amazon as well. So is Amazon also under that supply chain issue? Maybe. However, they have invested a lot of money in their COVID protocol, but that's more for their employees rather than the merchants. So I'm not sure if Amazon is going to bounce that much tomorrow, honestly. CVS, Applied Materials, Starbucks, Amgen, Now this is a stay-at-home eye surge. Moderna is a good one with the vaccine. Boeing not going to touch. Snow and Bookham not going to touch until it gets to at least this 200-week moving average. Riviera, whew, oh wow, look at that. All the way up here to all the way down here. Amazing. What a squeeze. Snap. And I think that's it for now. This is Bitcoin related. And Rob Block is, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have for now. Let me look at the DIA. Look at the index one last time. You got the QQQ, the NASDAQ, the SPY, the Dow Jones. They're all still very expensive. Every one of these are still very expensive. I may, but yeah, this is a good candidate for a bounce, but I'd rather wait for it to fall. I'm not gonna try to get it right now. I would hope for a flush rat to get here before I would buy it. Biotechs, retail, that should be down a lot more. Financial, international, gold, silver, it's IWM as well. And let me see, online, retails, iBuys, AC Sky, which is airline, block, which is blockchain, I suppose. That's gold. And this one's medical devices, staples. I don't know what this is. Dividends, commodity. Anyhow. Oh no, this is Jets right here. What was the other one? Sky. I don't know what Sky is. Jets is the airline. Yeah, Sky must be something else. Cloud computing. Okay, whatever.